In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to write a medical information letter using one reference. In future videos, I'll show how to write more complex medical information letters from multiple references. So step number one is to select the reference that you want to use from your reference library and attach it to the conversation with MACg. And then select our medical information pre-built prompt, which is quite popular on the platform. Now you have the option of adding more directions to MACg to enrich the basic prompt. So you could add the length that you want. You can tell it to focus on particular sections. You could tell it to add a certain title, just about any instruction that you want to give MACg to help it better understand what you want to do. But for this example, we'll just use the basic medical information prompt to generate our document. It takes about 30 to 40 seconds for MACg to review the prompt as well as the content of the attachment and then synthesize the document. If at any time I want to stop regeneration, I can click this button and regeneration will stop. So we now have our output. So as we can see, we have a very concise response. We have MACg has given us a title. We have key takeaways. We have our reference. There's an introduction. Major sections or important sections of the trial have been summarized here as well. And then there's a conclusion. And our reference has also been captured for the citation editor. Most often, you probably would want more details in different sections of the response, and you can tell MACg to add more details and tell it specifically what you want to add, and it will do it. I like to add tables to my documents. I can also tell MACg to create a table and tell it exactly what I want in that table. So for instance, I could tell it, create a table of primary and secondary endpoints with p-values, or a table of all the safety data that was in the study. For this particular example, though, we will assume that everything we want is in this document. And so your next step is you can copy this over to your Word editor on your desktop, or you can use the MACg editor. I prefer to use the MACg editor because it gives me functionality to use the citation generator. So I'll simply click on Create Document, and all our content has now been ported over to the editor. And from here, you can begin to edit the document as you see fit. All your editing functions are here. You can add images if you want. You can add links if you want. You can create more bullets, remove bullets. You can reformat the document as you see fit. You can add disclaimers to it, just cut and paste your standard disclaimers. And you can edit any section of the document. Let's assume that everything we want is here. And the only thing that's left is my reference is not here. So I will create my bibliography simply by going to the editor and clicking Insert. And there's my document. As you can notice, there is a title written here as well. I can edit that if I wanted to, but for this example, we will leave it as is. So the next step is for me to import or export my document over to my desktop. So here is my document, and all I have to do is click Export As, and I can export it as a PDF or a Word document, and I will click Export as a PDF, and we can look at the document. And there it is. So now it's your turn. Hop on over to MACg. If you are not a subscriber yet, subscribe, use our free trial, and begin to experiment.